A severe cold front is set to sweep across South Africa this weekend, bringing plummeting temperatures, heavy rain, strong winds and even snow. The South African Weather Service says snow is expected on all provinces except for Limpopo. Thousands of runners are also expected in Pietermaritzburg on Sunday for the Comrades down run to Durban. And for more on this, we are now joined by our own Mpho Rasimphi, SABC News meteorologist. And Mpho, I mean, we've seen that weather update from the South African Weather Service saying that there is this cold front that is expected to make landfall at least from tomorrow. Tell us more, particularly for those who will be running the Comrades Marathon and for those who will be keeping tabs on the weather this weekend.
Look, there's two systems. Is the well-developed cold front that you're talking about. But now, unlike the one we had a couple of weeks back, this one has upper air support. We do have a cut-off flow that will be supporting the cold front. And remember, when you talk about the cut-off flow, we are talking about the system that's caused most rainfall over most of the country. You can go back and talk about the KZN flooding. So there's the two systems working together, giving us this cold spell of weather and also heavy rainfall that can be expected, especially over a certain part of the country, and also that snowfalls that you are talking about. Remember, because the cold front comes in, drops temperature significantly. When the cut-off flow comes in, now the temperatures are already low, and that cut-off flow brings all most of that more rainfall, and also in terms of the snowfalls, drops the freezing levels further down. That's why we do expect snowfalls.
At the same time, Mpho, what does it mean for people who will be running in the Comrades Marathon in Durban? How cold will Pietermaritzburg be this weekend? Look,
because it's starting, the race is starting in Pietermaritzburg, it should be cloudy and should be cold, but not really very cold, because if you check the cold front, it's actually going to move. Can have a picture of how it's going to look. It's going to move towards, it's starting in Western Cape tomorrow, and now it's going to move towards the central parts of the country. So it is going to be cold during the race. We're also expecting some rainy conditions in the afternoon, later in the day. During the morning, it will be okay. It will just be the windy conditions and cold conditions that they can worry about. But during the day, in the afternoon, that's when we're expecting rainy conditions to start over the Drakensberg, stretching into Pietermaritzburg and also eventually into Durban.
And for the inland provinces like Gauteng, Northwest, Mpumalanga, the Free State, when can we expect these cold temperatures to hit?
Look, as I said, it's making landfall on Saturday and on Sunday. So the brunt of the system that we're going to feel here in Gauteng is actually on Monday. Monday moving into Tuesday. So that during that night, it'll be freezing mostly over most of the central parts, Free State, Northwest, stretching into the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, with only Limpopo being the exception, because now it seems like the cut-off flow doesn't go further north into Limpopo. That's why they said snowfalls can be expected most of provinces except Limpopo. So Limpopo seems like it's not going to feel that much in terms of the cold front. They're not going to feel the cold front. But here in Gauteng and in Mpumalanga, it should be Monday during the day and also Tuesday morning. That's when you're going to feel.
And I'm sure a number of South Africans want to know, when can we expect warmer temperatures to start again? So how long is this cold front expected to last for?
You know, it's very tricky when you say warmer temperatures, because we all know we are in winter. So, but in terms of these systems, I'm expecting it to, the cut-off flow to actually development to move out the country somewhere around Wednesday, moving towards Thursday. That's when we get the normal winter conditions that we are feeling now. But Monday and Tuesday should be the days where we know that if you're going to be indoors, just remain indoors. If you're going outside, make sure that you are dressed warmly, because it's going to be freezing.
Goodness, so clearly we should take out those trench coats and those very warm jackets.
The one that your grandmother gave you a long time. Yeah, definitely.
All right, Mpho, you can give us the weather update for the weekend.
Thank you very much. Time for us to look at those conditions over the country. We are still talking about the cold front that is about to hit the Western Cape from tomorrow. As I said, it is a cold front associated with a cut-off flow, and it's expected over the Western Cape from tomorrow. And we do expect heavy rainfall, which will lead to flooding in the Western Cape from tomorrow, and also expecting strong to gale force coastal winds and also very rough seas. We're talking damaging waves, we're talking wave heights of up to 6 to 8 meters, so it should be very rough over those areas. And also over the interior, we do expect some strong damaging winds. And on Sunday, moving towards Monday, that's when the cold front will move towards the central parts of the country. That's when we're expecting bitter cold daytime conditions and also freezing conditions overnight, especially when you go to Free State. That's where they're going to feel it the most in terms of those overnight temperatures becoming really freezing. So we need to make sure that we stay warm, especially over those areas. And we're also expecting a drop in freezing levels. That is when snowfalls is predicted over most of South Africa from tomorrow until Tuesday. And also we do expect severe thunderstorms because of that cut-off low. Those severe thunderstorms accompanied by damaging hail and also damaging winds. And also, I said, significant to dramatic daytime temperatures dropping. We're talking maximum temperatures being below 10. And also we talk about the Comrades Marathon. We do, as I said, we're expecting mild to warm conditions. Should be windy, or should be cool. It will be partly and also cloudy conditions when the race starts in Pietermaritzburg. But moving later in the day, when they move towards Durban, it should be cooler and moist. Especially, we do expect those showers and thunder showers developing over the Drakensberg, spreading towards Pietermaritzburg all the way into Durban in the evening. That's what the weather they can expect as those runners are making their mark. For tonight, that cold front is expected over the mother city tomorrow. Tight gradients ahead of the cold front that is expecting wind speed of up to 55 kilometers per hour for tonight and also for tomorrow. Up to 80% chance of showers and rain is expected over the interior of the Western Cape for tomorrow. We do expect a level 1 warning for today, but for tomorrow, that is when that cold front comes in. We have up to level 4 warning of disruptive rainfall, which will lead to flooding over the interior of the Western Cape. Towards the coast, it is damaging winds and damaging waves, and I talked about that wave heights of up to 6 to 8 meters over that area, and also wind speed of up to 55 kilometers per hour, can gust up to 65 kilometers per hour. So it will make it difficult to navigate at sea, and also some beach fun activities can be disrupted. Overnight, it is freezing over Sandland with a low of 1. Overall, it is going to be a cool day as we move towards the coast, and cold over that interior of the country, 6 over Johannesburg. But for tomorrow, it is going to be a cool day over the mother city. It is 15, but because it's windy, it will feel like a 10. So it should be cold over the interior of the Western Cape, but cool overall and warm as we move into Musina all the way into Palawara. We're expecting a maximum of 29. That's all the weather I have for you. Stay tuned.